Hello and welcome back. Today I am going to show you my top tip for incentivizing your course or membership students to leave you feedback or a testimonial. I'm going to show you exactly how you can set this up in your own Kajabi account. Head into your product and head into the outline for your course or membership. The way that this is going to work is there is going to be a quiz, which is essentially your feedback questionnaire or the spot where you can collect a testimonial from your students. And when they fill those questions out, Kajabi is automatically going to unlock some bonus content for them. So there's nothing manual that you need to do on your end once this is set up. Once they fill the form out, then they'll get access to your kind of extra free resources that you can provide to them as a little bit of a thank you. So first step, obviously, is to decide what that free bonus content could be that you could give to them after they fill your feedback form out as a thank you. All right, let's actually set this up. In your course outline, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add content. Click this button at the top right here, and you're going to want to add a new module, and that module needs to house the lesson with your feedback form. So sometimes people will include this in a conclusion module, or you could have a completely standalone module with your feedback form as well. Either way works. So set up your new module. And once you've got that module set up, inside of that module, you are going to create a lesson. And that lesson, cancel that. You are going to set up a quiz, not lesson, quiz. And in that quiz is going to be your feedback form questions. So you can choose here from multiple choice, checkboxes, short answers, probably going to be the most popular for like a feedback form where you want to get testimonials, and file upload. So go ahead and set up whatever information you would like to collect from them. So maybe you want to get information about how has this program impacted your life so far. Think about, what type of questions you'd want to ask, and then add as many questions as you would like. So you can add multiple questions. You can also duplicate questions. If you want to duplicate them, it's great here to include a file upload option with a spot for them to share like a headshot image with you in case you want to use that in your marketing materials. You've collected it from them right then and there, and you don't have to try and track them down later on to get a headshot from them to use. That'll allow them to upload that image file. You can also include a question here that's a checkbox and have them agree to your testimonial waiver release. So you can include, a link to a page that has it. You can include the text in here itself. But if you include this, just have one checkbox and have them agree. If you want to give them the option, or if you want to collect a testimonial and give them the option to not share it in your marketing materials, you can also have a no option here as well, so they can choose. But that way you can keep track of if they have actually agreed to for you to use their specific words in your marketing materials. And if you need a testimonial release, I am going to add in the description a link to the one that I use by Bobby Klinck. He is a lawyer with legal templates for online business owners, and he has so many great templates, legal templates. So that is a great way to get that release form if you need one. So get your questions all set up here. And then you can click this save button so it saves the questions. In the settings, you can name your quiz. So maybe you want to name it feedback form. You can let them know in the description as well that after filling out this form, additional free bonus content will be unlocked for you. Just to give them a heads up that they've got free content coming their way. You can add an image if you would like. For something like a feedback form, there's typically not like a passing grade, anything like that. So really down here, what you want to focus on is the email. So if you want to send them an email after they have completed this form, it can send them an email as the student. But more importantly, even you want to have it send you an email or your team members an email letting you know that someone has filled this out so that you can go in and get all of the great info in here that they have shared about your program. So make sure to check that box and add your email in here and then click enter. Or add a comma if you have multiple emails. All right, so click save. And then results is where you can come in here and it will actually log all of the information that they've shared in one place for you to view all of their answers to the questions. All right, so once you've got that feedback form set up, we're going to go back here. And the next thing that you want to do is add new content once again with a module here with the free bonus content and set that module up. And then inside that module, you can add lessons with the actual content. It might just be one lesson or multiple lessons with videos, PDFs, whatever you want to give them for free. Now, here's where we're going to set up this automated part. Down here on feedback form, you're going to want to make sure that this is set to published and that the feedback form itself is set to published. Then you're going to want to set the module of your free bonus content to locked. And it's going to say, okay, which lesson unlocks this module? So you're going to then choose that feedback form lesson and choose lock. And then the actual content itself inside, you're going to set that to published. All right, so now that this is all set up, what is going to happen is inside, if we preview the content here, let's see. Okay, so if we preview this, we can see that down here on the left-hand side, you can see it has this free bonus content, and you can name that whatever it is that you want to name it. It's showing as kind of grayed out and locked. So if they try to click to go to that bonus content, they're not actually going to be able to access any of that content because it is locked by the feedback form. So if they go into that category, it's going to give them this warning message of like, hey, to gain access, please go complete this lesson. So it's then going to take them to the feedback form lesson. They're going to click start now. They are going to answer all of the questions here and then click submit. Now you'll notice that if I go back here, it's going to actually force them, if you're using this quiz option, it's going to force them to complete the questions before it actually unlocks the content. So in this theme, I have the mark as complete button actually turned off, but let me show you what it looks like if that mark as complete button is turned. So you can see here in a normal lesson how I've turned this mark as complete button back on. They can just click it and mark the lesson as complete. However, when you're using that quiz option, if we go back into the feedback form, it's going to actually gray out this mark as complete button, so they can't just click it to move on and get all of the content unlocked. This is one of the benefits of using this quiz option instead of using the assessment option, where previously you would create the feedback form as an assessment in Kajabi separately, and then add that assessment into the product itself. But the problem with that was that they could still click this complete button and it would unlock the next category of content, even if they didn't actually answer the questions. But if you set it up this way with this quiz option, then it's not going to let them mark it as complete. They're going to have to actually answer the questions. So we're just going to add in some random information here. And then, all right, then they're going to be able to submit it. And yes, submit. And it is, sometimes you just need to refresh this page. Okay, and it is going to show their answers. It shows this like grade is pending, but obviously there's no score to anything like this one. Then they can exit out, and then they can now mark that lesson as complete since they have done it. And it's going to then unlock the free bonus content here with any of the free resources that you have shared with them. So I'd love to hear your thoughts if you decide to use this strategy to get feedback and testimonials from your students. So come back and drop in the comments below if this was helpful for you.